everyone. It's the final day for GITEX 2024. We're sitting on a Friday morning, and we finally got in time because the podcasts and have been very busy, and we've been busy with partner meetings, and customer meetings. We have Enable with us, Brian Tate on my right, and Tariq Hafid on my left. Brian is the distribution manager. He's looking after Ingram Micro for this region, and Tariq is leading the pre-sales and solution engineering, and he's supporting us with the partners and customer community when we're doing proof of concepts. So, uh, Brian, would you like to say something?
Uh, Thanks for inviting us onto the podcast. Yep, my name is Brian Tate. I'm the distribution manager for the Middle East region with Enable. And this is my colleague.
Yeah, good morning, Hamza. So, Tariq Hafid, senior sales engineer. Third time joining GITEX. So, thank you for the invite. Very honored to be here. And this year's been absolutely amazing.
Great. I'm glad you guys are happy. I'm Hamza Naman. I'm looking after managed services technologies here, Enable being one of them. As you just mentioned, it's been our third time now that we're part of GITEX for all 5 days. So that's 15 days of total GITEX activities, meetings, and running around, and a lot of footsteps that's coming in. What's it been like? Do you think there's a difference that you feel when it comes to the busyness around GITEX and the changes at Ingram's stand during these GITEX? How's your experience been like so far?
Well, as we said, it's the third year we've been here, and it's got progressively busier and busier every time we've been. The Enable brand hasn't been well known in the Middle East for the past few years, but we've seen that awareness grow year on year to this year, where it's just been flat out very, very busy. A lot of customers know us now. The brand awareness is growing in the region. So that's a lot of talking, which is why I'm slightly hoarse.
Yeah, I'm just sure that Brian as well. I think this year has been more, obviously, a lot of prospects coming, clients come and say hi to us, but really quality over quantity as well. So every conversation we had, people knew more about Enable. They had better idea of what we offer, what we do, and they can see our unified platform helping them on day-to-day basis.
And we also see the landscape changing here. When I came here several years ago, when we spoke about MSP, it was almost an alien topic. There were very few MSPs here. And we're seeing that change. And I always say to people, what we see happening in America then comes to Netherlands, Nordics, UK, then into Germany, then into the rest of Western Europe, and then we can see it coming over here. So it's almost like a time machine. We know what's going to happen. I used to stand in Germany 10 years ago and talk about why customers will need MSPs in the future, because the threats and sophistication of cyber attacks are so extreme now that a typical IT team in an SMB cannot handle these threats. They need experts that know this technology, know the threats, and can handle all of those external threats that the customer is facing. It's not possible for SMBs to do that anymore. So they have to look to the MSP to do this. So we've seen a huge growth of the MSP market in Europe, and we will see that happening here, and it's begun.
You know, when you're speaking about MSPs, my challenge with MSPs has been real in this region for the last 3 years, because we have a big number of partners who are working here and who are working on multiple technologies. But then when you speak about managed services with them, they don't fully understand it. How have you coped up with bringing your idea of a true MSP technology into this region? And what challenges have you faced? Because we also want to communicate this to the audience, that what is the essential difference between being a reseller and then being a true MSP? And what technologies are you offering which enables them to become a true MSP in 2024?
Okay, good question. So our products are available for, as we call it, IT pros or end users to purchase through a reseller
Mhm.
or an MSP. And as we know, in this region, it's 95%, 99% probably resellers.
Yeah.
So we would say to the resellers, have a look at our technology because it allows either a customer or an MSP to monitor, manage all of their end devices, keep them secure, keep the network secure, keep it patched, and do it in an automated way. So our security stack can be used to secure a customer's network or an MSP's network. But the idea is to do it in the most automated way possible so that it's a way to make profit. It's not a cost.
Mhm.
So you want to add customers, but not extra cost. So we use our RMM tools, our backup tools, DNS filtering, password management. We have a complete security stack that an MSP can use to provide security to all of the customers.
And another thing that I want to mention here is I've had this experience of speaking with multiple partners here, and we have many billing partners with us in the region. When we speak about being an MSP, they're always relying to us for prices, and they're asking us what their margins would be when they're selling it to a customer. And I try and educate them, and I'm sure you've faced this in other regions as well. That when you are truly an MSP, and if you're buying enabled products as an MSP, whatever price that you sell it at to the customer does not matter because you're creating your own solution. So what Enable does, or what Ingram Micro does in the channel, is that Enable is providing the channel. Uh, Ingram Micro is providing the channel to Enable to come into this region, and we're bringing you that community of partners. The partner is responsible for how an order needs to be submitted from the customer to the partner, and whatever he's presenting to the customer is his own solution. It doesn't have to uh, be initiated by us, and we don't have to guide them. So do you face this challenge anywhere else where partners are asking you for what the end user price needs to be as an MSP, and they're not creating their own solutions? If yes, then what's the solution that how can we help them and educate them that they should be creating their own solutions?
We have teams within Enable that can help MSPs. We deliver constantly webinars and talks on how an MSP can evolve the business. What margins should they be providing? Sorry, what pricing they should be providing, what services they should be providing, how can they build their business? And again, back to automation, how to automate as much as possible so that you're maximizing the time you've got to spend on your business and with your customers.
So I think Tarek, that's where your role comes in between when you're speaking to partners and speaking to customers with partners as well. Well, what are the challenges that you're facing about the other regions as well and here as well, and how is this region different?
Yeah. So last week I did a webinar about our Enable MDR 24/7 SOC solution that is fully managed. We can speak about that later on. I had the same question. How should I price this? What are my margins? We have a portal called Enable Me. We explain all of that, how you should price your services, how you can package it, how you can make your margin. And we have an amazing person at Enable called Stephanie Hammond. She's one of our head of nerds. So those people are experts in specific subject matters. When it comes to pricing, build an MSP, building margins, she is doing, I'm not sure if it's bi-weekly or monthly webinars. You can jump here and learn on how you could do it. She will answer any of your questions. So we have a lot of collaterals, materials, videos, training, those webinars to educate, I would say, existing MSP, new MSP, wannabe MSPs, and probably the challenge from my end that I could see in that region, and I've seen a great change that year is cloud adoption. When it came 3 years ago, everybody was like, no, we need on-prem solutions. And now
I remember.
the conversations on the first day, I remember someone came, And he said, yeah, we're moving away from on-prem. We need to move toward the clouds. Guess what? Enable provide this for every single solution. We offer a cloud-based solution.
Mhm. But that's also happened because of the presence of global hyperscalers that's coming into the region, and then other clouds as well that's being developed locally. That's trying to change the mindset of the customer community as well. So that's also helping us when we go and we speak to partners. They're ready to try something new, and Enable is a new product in the market. It's not a new product globally. You guys are in the market for more than 2 decades. But
Yes.
then again, UAE becomes such a serious and challenging market when it comes to making a good name for itself here. And one of the things that I personally have experienced, which I also want to put it on record here, that the cycle is extendedly long when we speak to a partner. So we go to them and we educate them about what Enable is and how an MSP solution needs to be finalized and taken to a customer. But then there are a lot of trainings, and that's when I'm speaking to you as well. So, do you think that that long time of wait from the partner, does that happen in all the other regions as well? Do you experience that? And how can we overcome this? What do you think? What would be your suggestions to the UAE community of partners who are trying to become MSPs, and what would your advice be to them? And how can we accelerate this process?
I used to speak in Western Europe at various events, and I would tell them, move to the cloud. That's 10 years ago, move to the cloud um, and become an MSP because this is where the world is going. Cloud based and threat sophistication means that being an MSP will give you a huge amount of opportunity in the future. And 10 years ago, I got so many objections. No, we want on premise solutions. And no, we don't outsource any of our security or network. We heard this everywhere. Now, over the past years, there's a huge shift. Now, MSP is dominant, and cloud is used by 99% of companies.
Mm.
And once a company adopts a cloud solution, they will then go on and uh, adopt more cloud solutions very, very quickly. Um, so, to anyone in the Middle East, uh, we're still in this early phase, but I would suggest if you're a reseller in this marketplace, start offering some managed solutions. Doesn't have to be everything, doesn't have to be a whole business, but start a small offering and grow it over time because in several years, you will be one of the main players.
What products under the Enable product portfolio would be the easiest products that an MSP can choose and create a solution to offer to customers? Because you have such a big product portfolio that comes from network, security, backup, and recently you started doing MDR as well, which is doing phenomenally well.
Mhm.
So guide us, and we want to tell the people who are listening how can they create MSP ready product or solution by using Enable products.
Yeah, so probably the easiest one could be our Cove data protection, which is backup and restore. Easy to deploy, easy to manage. It feels like a walk in the park. So whether you want to back up Windows, Mac, Linux, we also have within the same dashboard M365.
Mm.
So it's cloud to cloud. We don't have appliances on-prem. We have also amazing oh, right.
Well, if I could come in there, yeah, Cove is a fantastic solution. You can back up all of your customers and you can do it seamlessly. We have customers that come to us and say, look, we have massive storage problems because we've been storing things for 10 years.
That's the new problem of the
Yeah,
new
exactly.
millennial.
Exactly. So they come to us, and because of the way we back up, we use very little data, so very little storage. And we have customers realizing that they can save huge amounts of money in storage using our cloud-based storage. So yeah, start with Cove. It's very fast to back up. And we have customers that back up maybe once a day because how much bandwidth it takes, how much storage it uses. Cove back up 4, 5, 6, 7 times a day, however many times you want, and
You can just set a script.
sell that as a service to your customers. You want to back up one time a day, this cost. You want to back up multiple times a day, it's this cost. It's no more effort because you're going to automate it. It's no effort for you, but you can increase your service offering, and it gives you a bit of value add over other competitors. But also, if you're looking to be in the MSP market, look at our MDR, because it's a 24/7 security center, managed and monitored 24/7. And one of the big things that's very important is they will also remediate any issues that you have. So they'll monitor your security on all of your devices, and if there's any issues, they'll take care of it for you. So middle of the night, on holiday somewhere, you don't have to worry about it. And you can offer this service to your customers. So
Can be through an MSP.
Yeah.
Like, this is what we want to tell everybody in our community, that when we speak about cybersecurity, everyone is speaking about endpoints even now. But endpoints was a matter of subject many years ago, and the world has moved away from it, and we're speaking about MDR now. So if we're in 2024, one of our main focus for this GITEX was to promote MDR that Enable is offering, and we have had some quite successful conversations over the past couple of days. But we also want to know that you guys are giving free trial. The team's always ready to support and teach the partner community how it's working. There doesn't have to be any prerequisites for having an MDR. It doesn't mean that if you don't have an endpoint, then you cannot at least see the MDR. You can start from scratch anytime, because Enable is there to support us. So Ingram here is present in the region, and Enable is there to support us.
Yeah.
of
I'll
course,
you, Hamza, to add a few benefits of the solution. Very easy to deploy. Typically, it's above an hour to deploy the MDR solution. That is a service we provide. So we don't expect you or your team to manage all the cybersecurity. You outsource that to us. We do all the magic for you.
Okay.
We have very fast response as well. So whenever anything happens, the SOC will answer, do all the automated response for you. They have SOAR, which has all those automated responses as well. So example, Hamza, we have a great thing called Impossible Travel. You are here in the UAE. 2 hours later, you appear in somewhere in Southeast Asia. We got the algorithm for that. So if we see this, it's abnormal, we will disconnect your account and make sure that nothing bad happened to your organization.
No, that's great. We also have many channel activities planned in the near future, where we're going to be doing customer roundtables, we're going to be doing partner roundtables, and we will be introducing these technologies again to them. So our focus for 2025 and 2025 GITEX hopefully would be that MDR would become a prominent product from Enable that would be dominating the market and growing in the market. So you guys would be traveling down here very time soon. We can invite our community of partners and customers to join us for all of these events, where they can see all the products that you're speaking about and experience them. And if anybody wants free trial, they can go to the website, register for a free trial. I would get in touch with them if they're present here locally. But if we have some international viewers, somebody from the channel distribution team will speak to them, or somebody from Enable would speak to them. Anything that you would like to mention? What as a final note, as a goodbye note, from GITEX and from your experience here, and what Enable stands for?
So this region is still very, very much a person-to-person relationships driven partner Nice. So we actually couldn't have done any of this without Ingram, because you know the partners, you know what their interests are, you can advise them, and that's been very beneficial for us to understand what the partners are interested in here, where they want to be in the future. Yeah, thanks to you. You've provided us with great service there.
Thank you. Thank you for being part of GITEX 2024. Thank you for working with Ingram. Hopefully, we have many successful years in the future. And we look forward to seeing you again. And we look forward to speaking to you again in 2025 and doing another podcast and speaking to the community of ours. So, Brian, Tariq, thank you for speaking to us. You have a good trip back, and we will speak to the people very soon. Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you.